Many seniors feel dizzy or lightheaded when standing up and assume it's just part of aging. But what if I told you this is often a warning sign, not something to ignore? Dizziness when standing can signal hidden blood pressure problems, dehydration, medication effects, or even increased fall risk. And the longer it's ignored, the more dangerous it becomes. In this video, I'll explain why this happens, what it means for seniors, and how to protect yourself before a fall occurs. Many seniors believe that feeling dizzy or lightheaded when standing up is just part of getting older. But that belief is one of the most dangerous myths in senior health. Aging alone does not cause dizziness. What causes dizziness is a change in how the body regulates blood pressure, circulation, and balance, and those changes often signal a problem that deserves attention. When you move from sitting or lying down to standing, your body has to make a fast adjustment. Gravity pulls blood toward your legs, and your heart and blood vessels must respond immediately to keep enough blood flowing to your brain. In younger adults, this happens smoothly and automatically. In older adults, that response can become slower or weaker. When the adjustment fails, even briefly, the brain receives less oxygenated blood, and that's when dizziness, lightheadedness, or a blackout sensation occurs. This is not harmless. This is a warning sign. Many seniors describe this feeling in different ways. Some say they feel woozy. Others feel unsteady, like the room is moving. Some feel a sudden weakness in their legs. And others feel like they might faint. No matter how mild it seems, dizziness when standing should never be ignored. One of the biggest dangers is that seniors often adapt instead of addressing the cause. They start standing up more slowly. They grab furniture. They pause before walking. They avoid sudden movements. These adjustments may reduce symptoms temporarily, but they also hide the underlying problem. And while the body is adapting, fall risk quietly increases. Falls are not just accidents. They are often the final outcome of untreated balance and blood pressure problems. Another reason dizziness is often dismissed is because it doesn't happen every time. Some days feel fine, other days feel worse. This inconsistency makes it easy to rationalize and delay action. But intermittent symptoms are often the most dangerous ones because they strike when you least expect them. It's also important to understand that dizziness is not always dramatic. You don't have to feel like you're about to faint for it to matter. Even brief lightheadedness lasting just a few seconds increases the risk of losing balance, especially on stairs, uneven surfaces, or when walking at night. For seniors, one fall can change everything. A single fall can lead to fractures, head injuries, loss of confidence, and reduced independence. Recovery is slower with age, and many seniors never fully regain their previous mobility. That's why dizziness when standing is not a small symptom. It's an early signal. Another critical point is that dizziness is often multifactorial. It's rarely caused by just one thing. Blood pressure changes, medications, hydration status, nervous system response, and even supplements can all contribute. This is why guessing or ignoring the symptom is risky. What matters is recognizing that dizziness is not something to push through. It's something to investigate. In the next part of this video, we'll focus on one of the most common and misunderstood causes of dizziness in seniors: blood pressure changes, especially when standing up. Understanding this connection is essential because many seniors are unknowingly making their symptoms worse while trying to protect their heart. One of the most common reasons seniors feel dizzy when standing up is a change in blood pressure that happens too quickly for the body to correct. This condition is known as orthostatic blood pressure drop, and it becomes far more common with age. Here's what happens. When you stand up, gravity causes blood to pool in the legs and lower body. To compensate, your heart rate increases slightly and your blood vessels tighten, pushing blood upward toward the brain. In a healthy system, this adjustment takes only seconds. In many older adults, that response becomes slower or incomplete. As a result, blood pressure briefly drops, sometimes only for a few seconds, but long enough to reduce blood flow to the brain. That reduction is what causes lightheadedness, blurred vision, or a feeling of weakness. What makes this especially dangerous is that the drop doesn't have to be large to cause symptoms. Even a modest decrease can be enough to disrupt balance in seniors. Many people assume that lower blood pressure is always better. While controlling high blood pressure is important, blood pressure that becomes too low, especially when standing, can be just as risky. This is something many seniors are never warned about. Blood pressure is not a fixed number. It changes with posture, activity, hydration, medications, and time of day. For older adults, standing blood pressure is often more important than seated readings. You might have normal or even excellent readings while sitting, yet still experience dizziness when standing. This disconnect leads many seniors to believe nothing is wrong. Another contributing factor is how blood pressure medications work. These medications are designed to relax blood vessels or reduce fluid volume. While this helps protect the heart, it can also make it harder for the body to respond quickly when posture changes. The risk increases when medications are taken together or when doses are too strong for an aging body. Supplements can play a role as well. Magnesium, potassium, and other commonly used supplements can lower blood pressure further, especially when combined with prescription medications. This effect is often subtle and gradual, making it easy to overlook. Dehydration also amplifies the problem. As we age, the sense of thirst becomes less reliable. Seniors may drink less water without realizing it. Even mild dehydration reduces blood volume, making blood pressure drops more likely when standing. Hot weather, illness, diarrhea, or diuretics increase this risk even further. Another factor is prolonged sitting or lying down. After long periods of rest, blood vessels are less prepared to respond quickly. Standing up too fast after resting can trigger symptoms even in otherwise healthy seniors. All of these factors can overlap. That's why dizziness when standing is rarely caused by just one issue. It's usually the result of several small changes working together. The key takeaway is this: dizziness is not random. It reflects how well the cardiovascular system is adapting to everyday movements. When that adaptation weakens, fall risk rises. In the next part of this video, we'll look at medications and supplements that commonly worsen dizziness in seniors, including some that many people take daily without realizing their effect. Understanding these triggers can help prevent symptoms before they lead to a fall. For many seniors, dizziness when standing up is not caused by one single issue. It's often the result of medications and supplements working together in ways people don't expect. As we age, the body processes drugs differently. Medications stay in the system longer, and their effects can become stronger over time, even at doses that were once well tolerated. One of the most common contributors to dizziness is blood pressure medication. These medications are designed to lower pressure by relaxing blood vessels, slowing heart rate, or reducing fluid volume. While this protects the heart, it can also reduce the body's ability to respond quickly when standing. If blood vessels remain too relaxed, blood pressure may drop suddenly, especially when moving from sitting to standing. Another group of medications that can worsen dizziness are diuretics, sometimes called water pills. Diuretics reduce fluid in the body. This can help with swelling or blood pressure control, but it also lowers blood volume. With less blood circulating, the brain may not receive enough flow during posture changes. Even mild dehydration from diuretics increases dizziness risk in seniors. Medications used for heart rhythm, prostate symptoms, or anxiety can also contribute. These drugs may slow heart rate, affect nerve signals, or relax muscles in ways that interfere with balance and blood pressure regulation. Sleeping medications and sedatives deserve special attention. While they may help with rest, they also dull reflexes and reduce alertness. This makes it harder for the body to compensate when standing and increases the chance of a misstep. Now let's talk about supplements. Many seniors assume supplements are always safe because they're natural. But supplements can have powerful effects, especially when combined with prescription medications. Magnesium is a common example. Magnesium relaxes muscles and blood vessels. In some seniors, this leads to improved comfort or sleep. In others, it can lower blood pressure too much, especially when taken with blood pressure medications or diuretics. Potassium, fish oil, and certain herbal products can have similar effects. The risk increases when multiple supplements are taken together without coordination. Another overlooked issue is timing. Taking medications or supplements at night can worsen morning dizziness. After hours of lying down, the body is less prepared to adjust to standing. When blood pressure-lowering substances are active during this transition, symptoms are more likely. This is why many seniors feel worse first thing in the morning. The danger is not always obvious. Symptoms may start gradually: slight unsteadiness, brief lightheadedness, or needing to pause before walking. Over time, these small signals become normalized. But normalization does not mean safety. Falls rarely happen without warning. They often follow weeks or months of subtle balance changes that were dismissed. This is why it's critical for seniors to periodically review all medications and supplements, not just when a new symptom becomes severe. Even long-standing routines may need adjustment as the body changes. In the next part of this video, we'll focus on warning signs that indicate higher fall risk and how to recognize when dizziness has moved from mild inconvenience to serious danger. Understanding these signs can help prevent life-altering injuries before they occur. Dizziness becomes truly dangerous when it begins to affect confidence and movement. One of the earliest warning signs is a subtle change in how a senior stands or walks. You may notice hesitation before standing, a need to pause for balance, or an instinctive reach for nearby furniture. These behaviors are not habits, they are protective responses. The body senses instability and tries to compensate. Another important sign is fear of standing up too quickly. Seniors may avoid sudden movements, turn more slowly, or feel anxious when rising from a chair or bed. This fear often develops before any serious fall occurs, but fear itself increases fall risk. When movement becomes cautious and stiff, balance reactions slow down. The body is less able to correct itself if something unexpected happens. A particularly concerning sign is near falls. If you've ever stumbled, caught yourself on a wall, or felt like you almost fell but didn't, that is not a harmless moment. Near falls are one of the strongest predictors of future falls. They indicate that balance has already been compromised. Another red flag is changes in walking pattern. Shorter steps, a wider stance, or shuffling can signal that the brain is prioritizing stability over efficiency. While this may reduce dizziness temporarily, it also increases fatigue and reduces coordination. Nighttime dizziness is another serious concern. Standing up in the dark, especially after sleep, combines multiple risk factors: posture change, low blood pressure, reduced vision, and drowsiness. Many falls occur during nighttime trips to the bathroom. Seniors often underestimate how dangerous these moments are. Cognitive changes can also play a role. When dizziness affects attention or reaction time, even briefly, the risk of misjudging steps or obstacles increases. A delayed response can turn a small imbalance into a serious fall. It's important to understand that falls in older adults are rarely caused by clumsiness. They are usually the result of physiological changes that interfere with balance and coordination. The consequences can be severe. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury-related hospitalization in seniors. Fractures, head injuries, and prolonged recovery can permanently reduce independence. Even without physical injury, a fall often leads to fear of movement. This fear reduces activity, weakens muscles, and creates a cycle that increases future fall risk. This is why recognizing warning signs early matters. Dizziness that affects daily behavior, how you stand, walk, or move, should always be taken seriously. Ignoring these signs does not make them go away. In the next part of this video, we'll focus on what seniors can do to reduce dizziness safely, without making blood pressure problems worse or stopping medications abruptly. Small changes can make a big difference when they're done correctly. The good news is that dizziness when standing up can often be improved, but only if it's approached carefully and safely. The goal is not to eliminate symptoms overnight. The goal is to reduce risk while protecting blood pressure, balance, and overall health. One of the simplest and most effective steps is changing how you stand up. For seniors, standing should be a process, not a single movement. Start by sitting at the edge of the bed or chair for a moment. Let your feet touch the floor. Take a few slow breaths. Then stand up gradually, using support if needed. This gives your body time to adjust blood flow and reduces sudden drops in blood pressure. Another important step is hydration. Even mild dehydration can worsen dizziness in older adults. Seniors often don't feel thirsty even when the body needs fluids. Drinking small amounts of water regularly throughout the day is more effective than drinking large amounts at once. However, hydration must be balanced, especially for those with heart or kidney conditions. This is why guidance from a healthcare provider matters. Monitoring postural blood pressure can also be helpful. If possible, check blood pressure while sitting, then again after standing for 1 to 3 minutes. A significant drop suggests that the body is struggling to adapt. This information is valuable for doctors and can guide safer adjustments to treatment. Medication timing is another factor that is often overlooked. Some seniors experience worse dizziness in the morning because blood pressure-lowering medications or supplements are most active during that transition from lying down to standing. In some cases, adjusting timing under medical guidance can reduce symptoms without changing the dose. Reviewing all medications and supplements is essential. This includes prescriptions, over-the-counter products, and supplements such as magnesium. The goal is not to stop everything, but to understand how these substances interact. What was appropriate years ago may no longer be ideal today. Physical strength also plays a role. Weak leg muscles make it harder to stabilize after standing. Gentle strength and balance exercises, when appropriate, improve the body's ability to correct itself and reduce fall risk. Even small improvements in strength can make a meaningful difference. Environmental safety should not be ignored. Good lighting, stable footwear, clear walkways, and supportive handholds reduce the chance that a brief dizzy moment becomes a serious fall. These changes protect independence without affecting blood pressure. What seniors should not do is ignore symptoms or make abrupt changes on their own. Stopping medications suddenly, dramatically increasing fluids, or adding supplements without guidance can create new problems. Dizziness is a signal, not an instruction for self-treatment. The safest approach is a thoughtful one. Pay attention to patterns. Notice when dizziness occurs, how often it happens, and what seems to trigger it. Bring this information to your healthcare provider. Together, you can decide which adjustments are appropriate. In the final part of this video, we'll summarize the most important takeaways and focus on how seniors can stay steady, confident, and safe as they age. Let's take a moment to put everything together. Dizziness when standing up is not something seniors should ignore or accept as normal aging. It is a signal, a message from the body that blood pressure, balance, or circulation is not adapting as well as it should. For many older adults, this signal appears quietly. A brief lightheaded moment, a pause before walking, a hand reaching for support. These small changes are often brushed off, but they matter. They are early warnings. What makes dizziness especially dangerous is not the sensation itself, but what it can lead to. A single fall can change independence, mobility, and quality of life. Recovery takes longer with age, and the emotional impact can be just as significant as the physical one. The good news is that many causes of dizziness are manageable. Understanding how blood pressure changes with posture, how medications and supplements interact, and how daily habits affect balance gives seniors a powerful advantage. Awareness allows for prevention. Small adjustments, standing more slowly, staying properly hydrated, reviewing medications, improving lighting, strengthening muscles, can significantly reduce risk when done thoughtfully. But the most important step is not ignoring the symptom. Dizziness is not a weakness. It is not something to push through. It is information. Talking openly with a healthcare provider about dizziness helps uncover patterns that might otherwise be missed. Bringing up when symptoms occur, what medications and supplements are being taken, and how daily life has changed can guide safer decisions. This is especially important because what worked in the past may not be right forever. The body changes with age, and care needs to evolve with it. Staying steady is not about avoiding movement. It's about moving with confidence. It's about protecting the ability to walk, think clearly, and live independently for as long as possible. If you've experienced dizziness when standing, take it seriously. Not with fear, but with attention. Early action can prevent serious consequences later. If this video helped you understand why dizziness matters and what to watch for, consider sharing it with someone you care about. Many seniors experience these symptoms without realizing they deserve attention. And if you want to continue learning how to protect balance, blood pressure, and overall health as you age, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. We'll keep focusing on what truly helps seniors stay safe, steady, and independent. Thanks for watching.